number than any law. That's why he said, when I come into the house of God, I come to not only to make sure that everybody loves me, that everybody likes me, but I need to hear a word from the Lord. I need to have a friend like Jesus. I need to say, Jesus, I need to touch the hem of your garment, Lord. I need retribution. I need to be reconciled. I need to be restored back to sanity, because I was practicing sanity on a daily basis. But I need to be unified. I need to be lifted high. I need to be exalted in my time and in my season. I need to be lifted up out of my demonic clay, in my shame, in my pain, in my misery. I need to say, Lord, 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 help me, Lord, to see another day. Help me to do better than I did yesterday. Because so many times we don't want to do better. We don't want to keep our eyes on the prize of the high mark calling of the Lord. I can focus on your issues, but then I have a lot of issues of my own. But I can't look at my issues, but I can do a good assessment of your issues. But Jesus said, don't you dare look at the assessment of somebody else's house. When your house needs a assessment of its own today, you need to tear down your house and let me rebuild it back up in 3 days. But because I can justify and rationalizing my insanity on a daily basis, I can justify my ignorance and my shame and my degradation in my animalistic behavior on a daily basis. I don't want to see my dysfunction, because if I see my dilemma, it makes me have to do some work on my issues, so I can go here and look at you to feel good about me. Because low self-esteem people, they will always focus on your mess, and they have a whole lot of mess of their own. They all jack up, rank up, mess up, and they are always trying to tell you how to raise your children, but they can't even raise their own children. Watch them people always giving you advice about your children, but act like their children is so perfect, because they're so private. They want to hear your business, but they never tell you their business. You think that their house is a perfect house. No, they're just more private than you. They're not a big blabber mouth. They don't tell the issues of what their child going through, but they listen and they seeking in of giving you counsel about your child. Girl, your son a homosexual. You need to let him go. He needs Jesus. Yes, he needs Jesus, but you don't need to give up on him just because he's confused in his sexual preference. You need to know why he's confused. He might have been touched misappropriate. He might have been touched in the wrong way by your cousin. He might have been touched in the wrong way by your father. He might have been touched in the wrong appropriate way by the preacher. He might have been touched in the wrong way by a coach. He might have been touched in the wrong way by a teacher. He might have been touched in the wrong way by somebody that mishandled him. But you gotta not give up on your child just because they are homosexual, just because they are lesbian, because you never know what caused them to be a homosexual. You never know what caused them to be a lesbian. But you gotta get to the root of the issue. You got to get to the exact nature. But it's wrong for them to be married. It's wrong for the government, the president, the mayor to try to change the values of making us believe that a right is a wrong and a wrong is a right. They don't have the right to bring same-sex marriage. They don't have the right to marry a man and a woman in a woman. Because I'm here to tell you, they just confused and disevaluated. They confused in their sexual preference because they've been hurt, and hurt people hurt people. I really defiled the values. Just like it's nasty to be in an adulterous relationship, just like it's nasty to be in a fornicating relationship. It's nasty. We don't want to hear the truth because we want to keep living foul of doing what we want to do. And we like to get caught up on instant gratification because we like to be stimulated with our sexual advancement of just having babies out of wedlock, sleeping with Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. We like that Because we're looking at the instant gratification of the moment of explosion that we get from just chasing a feeling, trying to get a feeling, because we're looking for a feeling. So you keep getting that thing tapped and wet because you want it. You don't want to get connected to the right man because you let the flesh override your voice of spirit. You don't want to connect it with a spiritual man, but you want to talk about the homosexual lesbian, but then you are fornicating. And the last time I checked the Bible, it said you cannot get to the kingdom of heaven by being a fornicator, adulteress, an idolized worship, or a homosexual lesbian. So if you're going to point the finger at the homosexual, make sure your house is in order. Because we can always do an assessment about the homosexual lesbian and our house is dirty. So, you and your holiest thou self that go to church every Sunday with your big hat on and your nice dress on, but you ain't got a man that work in a pie factory, but you can judge the prostitute there on the block. Some of y'all are workers right now that don't even know that y'all are prostitutes. You got a man that don't work in a pie factory, but you come home and bring him your paycheck every week. Every week you come home and bring him your paycheck, and he don't work in a pie factory, and he's your legal pimp. Just in the name of affection, because you so desperate that you just want a man in your bedroom that ain't helping you, but just pimping you. The woman that's down on the block that I preached to on tonight, they got a chance of getting healing before you because they know they hoes and prostitutes on the corner. But when you are legal and you're a prostitute and you don't even know that you got a pimp at home, it's hard for you to get healed. She'll get healed before you because you don't even know that you are a hoe. Being prostitute by a man just on the name of lust. You didn't mistake lust for love. And how many of us have mistaken lust for love because we don't even know what love is? And when you don't know what love is, you're mistaken for sex. So it's so much sex that's going on in the city because we haven't tapped into the love of the city. See, we don't like the truth.